Hi, I'm Rides. Welcome to episode 8 of What's in the Box. Episode 8 featuring box number 19. Quite a special box this week. Something that should be quite interesting to our Australian BMX collectors. Before we get into the box, we're going to draw the box for next week. Box number 6. Okay, so box number 6 next week. Okay, so box number 6 next week. Let's get into box number 19. This is a very small 20-inch box. It has 2 frames and 2 sets of forks. I'll grab them out and let's take a look. Okay, so what I have here are 2 new old stock VORTEX frames from 1997. That was their build date. So they're actually 1998 frames. VORTEX is an Australian brand from South Australia, here where I am. Like many brands, BMX brands here in Australia, they started out from a bike shop, Star Cycles in Elizabeth, out in the northern suburbs. BMX was pretty massive here in the 80s and obviously into the 90s as well. VORTEX was a pretty big brand here which made it through to about 98. I think these 98s are the last of the VORTEX frames that were ever made. This particular one here is the VORTEX Pro Molly race frame. So obviously new old stock. It's like absolutely perfect, not a mark on it. These have been stored very, very well. Big beefy down tube, but actually a very light frame overall. Much lighter than a lot of mid 90s or later 90s BMXs. Probably one of the lightest 98 frames I've got. They were made in Taiwan and imported in, and they have a typical Taiwan serial number on the bottom bracket. Quite a distinct dropout, as you can see here. Classic mid-school design on the frame. Has a little kind of pinch in the stays. 1 1/8 head tube, and of course 1 1/8 fork. So these are a bit of an SE landing gear copy with the typical kind of cutaway bottom. Not a particularly fantastic fork, nonetheless that's what they had on these. The race model here has V brakes on the rear and a 25/4 seat post. So I'm pretty proud to have 2 of these. I've got quite a collection of Australian made BMXs or Australian brand BMXs, not necessarily made here, which I do like. I'll grab the other frame and I'll show you what that one is. So this one is the VORTEX FREESTYLE 1998 again. A lot like many Harrows, it has a twin top tube design, same beefy down tube as the Pro model, same dropouts on the rear. This one takes a U-brake. It's not quite as light as the Pro frame. Welding looks fantastic. It looks well put together. I believe this is from the same factory as a lot of GTs and dynos came out of in Taiwan. And same as the Pro, it has a 1 1/8 head tube and 1 1/8 threadless fork. Welding is a lot better on this one, and obviously has a FREESTYLE brake cable boss on the rear. This particular fork is stamped chromo. I've been told that the other fork is also chromo, but it has no stampings on it at all. At least this one is a good fork. You can tell by the quality build. Obviously still Taiwanese made, but a quality make nonetheless. I did buy these fairly recently. I've certainly been watching them for sale for quite some time. I've been told that they were ex-shop stock, and I've also seen an alloy model, which I'm fairly interested in. Not a particularly great looking decal design, but hey, that's what they had. So that's it for this week. Box number 19. 2 awesome frames that I absolutely love. Very happy to have these in my collection. The VORTEX FREESTYLE and the VORTEX Pro. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Watch out for next week when we check out box number 6. Once again, thanks very much for watching. See you next time.